that you bumped into enemies. And yeah, is this popular? Not super popular, but it's a popular series. My plan was one day that we at least try to play some parts. So far, yeah, we did not make it really well. So, but yeah, I saw for the newest one there is a demo available. So yeah, let's give it a try. What a new adventure. We go for normal, but there's easy, normal, hard, nightmare, and inferno. We go for normal. Enable the additional footing function. This will add footholds in areas that are difficult to maneuver. Okay, what are footholds? I don't know. Various other functions can be modified by selecting settings.
At the moment of birth, each of us is as free as a bird, with not a single restraint tying us down. But with age come the varied shackles that bind, clipping away at our wings, feather by feather. In time, we long for a return to the freedom we once knew. But the truth is, we can return to those days whenever we so choose.
Is this weather perfect or what? The brisk ocean breeze, the wide open sea, smells like a new journey on our horizon. I gotta say, I'm glad I took you up on your offer, Adel. Being stranded on Asteria for so long was really getting to me.
I'm glad I asked you to come. Don't you feel at least a little sad?
I'm glad I asked you to come.
Same. This has me even more pumped than all the way back when I first left my hometown. It's been a wild ride since then, but that doesn't make me any less grateful to you. I can hardly remember the last time I felt this chipper.
Adel! Dogi! So this is where you two were. My, I never dared dream I'd get to see the actual ocean in person. Even now, it's difficult to believe a vessel this large is capable of floating upon its waves. What manner of sorcery is this?
I guess this is all one big culture shock for someone born and raised on Ys. Dr. Flair here is even giddier than me.
That I am. In my view, being on the surface instead of above it is a miracle in itself. To say nothing of the unprecedented chance it's given me to search for the original strain of Selcetan flower.
Selcetan flower? That's the name of a type of medicinal herb, right? It's native to the Great Forest on the Gallia-Hispani border or something.
Indeed it is. I couldn't very well rest on my heels after hearing that's where you two were headed. The prospect of seeing it in its natural habitat was ample reason to climb aboard.
Your get-up and go could put even Adel to shame. But be sure to mind your health, okay? At the rate you're going, you'll end up fainting in sheer bliss the second you stumble onto those flowers.
Well, frankly speaking, that scenario's all but guaranteed.
Well, we won't be arriving in Celceta for a long while yet. Might as well kick back a bit and enjoy the ride for now, don't you think?
Can we start? Oh, wonderful. Oh! I know I'm a bit too far along my years to be getting this excited, but I love blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. All around. Okay. Hello.
We can't go through here.
Can't go here. We can jump. I can dodge. Nothing more. Okay. When you just click, you like stride, and if you make, if you hold. Okay. Not sure when he does what. This man seems to be the ship's captain. Now might be a good chance to strike up a conversation.
Ah, a passenger. Having a pleasant voyage, I hope? You appear to be a seasoned traveler for a boy your age. Is that right? My apologies for presuming, then. If this is your first time in the area, you won't want to miss the extraordinary sights we have coming up shortly.
Oh, what's that over there?
Mountains? No, wait. I think those are islands.
Attention all passengers. I am your captain, Victor LaSalle. Allow me to express my gratitude to you for sailing with us on the Adamas today. If you look to our left-hand side, you'll find Obelia Gulf, famous for its sprawling archipelago. This current bout of clear weather lets us see the myriad patches of land, both large and small, that populate these waters. It will be quite some time yet before the ship arrives at our destination in Celceta. So until then, we invite you to bask in this scenic tapestry of blue seas and beauteous islands.
Also, I guess the game starts like that, but for a
Understood.
demo, that's not
Let's
like a
make
good
haste.
start, yeah, because it just is not showing a lot. We're just listening to blah. You know what I mean?
My word, what a magnificent sight.
Obelia Gulf, huh? Sure doesn't disappoint. That reminds me, Adel. You said you were looking for a western archipelago before you came to Asteria, right? There any chance this might be... Whoa! Little close for comfort, don't you think? How's a guy supposed to take in the sights like this? Hey, Adel.
Oh, I guess we're fighting now with the ship.
Men, prepare to hunt. Behold thy foes with steady hearts. Fear not thy fate, for life and death are the deities to decide. Those who fall
Either
with
like
valor
figure.
shall be ushered into their divine kingdom. Now, shout forth the name of our god!
It can't be! Pirates!
I believe with this one, Goram, you have lots of sea travels,
So he
sea
did
fights,
hire
and then different
mercenaries.
little islands where you
Sail
go.
low! Charge!
Stay behind
I
us,
think.
Doc.
Oh? You another one of them mercs? Bit on the puny side, ain't he? Sure you... What a
Why else do you think? Everybody's got to make a living one way or another.
Enough chit-chat. Let's make this quick.
Let's go! Press A to perform a normal attack. Press right stick to lock on enemies. Okay.
How's this? What a joke. No way. No way.
Damn it all! Rotten punk! You're in for it now!
Oh, you punk!
You bumbling louts! How long does it take to handle one sellsword trying to play bodyguard?
Our fault, ma'am. The kid's a lot tougher than he looks.
Oh, really?
Hallo!
Fine then.
Greetings!
I'll take care of him myself.
Okay. Hold RT to guard. Guarding against enemy attacks to prevent most damage. Press LB to form a swift movement and evade the enemy. Hold RT. Also.
Done saying your prayers?
How's that?
You're pretty skilled.
How's that?
Whoa! Here it comes!
Whole lot of fuss for one small fry.
Try not to lose that red head of yours, kid.
Princess. I must ask that you stand down. That boy appears to be no more than a passenger.
What?
We have already apprehended the captain. Right this way.
So those are pirates. This is my first time encountering them in the flesh.
Oh boy, we're in a real jam now. Ugh.
Captain Victor LaSalle. I thought we had an agreement. There's a toll for sailing these waters. And you promised never to skip out on it again.
Hold on a moment! This is the last time, I swear! Whatever you do, just let me live!
We both already know how this goes. Any room you had to parley was forfeit the minute you put those mercenaries on your payroll.
Stay your hand, boy. Those are no mere pirates. They're the Balta Sea Force.
Is C. 10. Nordics. They took their time, huh? This, I think, was just the intro with a tiny bit tutorial. Didn't fight back, nee. Tutorial. Chapter 1.
Woof! I'm stuffed. Guess good eats are a given when you set up town by the ocean. The stuff you get further inland just doesn't compare to fresh seafood.
That aside, it would seem we're going to be stranded here for the time being.
Yeah. Who'd have guessed the Adamus was cruising through these waters illegally? Obviously, the captain already paid the ultimate price for that. But I hear they're even seizing his ship as compensation for all those unpaid tolls.
It leads me to wonder what the story is behind this Balta Sea Force. To their credit, they did let Adel loose after determining he was merely a passenger.
Doesn't make those lugs any less high and mighty, though. If they look like pirates and plunder like pirates...
Like Normans, you mean?
Normans, you say?
They're a lawless people from the north with incredible seafaring know-how. Word is, they've looted their way not just here, but across the entire North Sea. Raiding towns, pillaging churches, kidnapping innocents. None of it is beneath a Norman. And the Balta Sea Force makes up just one faction among them.
Sounds like your typical pirates to me. How do they get away with it?
I was given to understand that the entire region of Glia fell under Roman Imperial control.
Rumor has it that not even the Empire would dare to defy the Sea Force. The Normans have had an iron-fisted grip on Obelia Gulf for ages now. Some say that it spares us from suffering under Roman rule, but they don't speak for everybody.
Hey, did you hear about what happened to the Adamus?
I did. Captain LaSalle was treading a dangerous line. He simply reaped what he sowed, if you ask me.
Won't argue with that. Still, it's hard not to feel for the guy. Those pirates had no right to waltz in like they owned these waters and demand a toll. Why should any of us have to play along with their made-up...
Shush! I can sympathize, but that sort of talk is best kept to yourself.
Oh, what did I do to deserve being born in Karnak, of all places?
I see what you mean. Doesn't sound like they get the warmest reception around here.
As would be the case in any town, though this one does seem to have its fair share of hardships.
It's got a lot going on for it. It's not all bad.
Now, Adel. Though on that subject, there does seem to be quite a bevy of islands here in Obelia Gulf.
Oh, yes, that's true. We locals are so used to the view that it often slips our minds.
That reminds me, Missy. These islands wouldn't happen to come with any unusual myths or lore, would they? Our little group's got a special interest in that sort of thing.
Is that your reason for traveling, maybe? I can't guarantee there's anything that'll live up to your expectations, but... let's see... Aha! If it's run-of-the-mill folktales you're after, I have just the one.
Really now? Do share.
Well, legends tell of what's known as the Sea King's Throne. The throne is said to be hidden away on one of the islands here in Obelia Gulf. Supposedly, whoever finds and sits upon it will have their wishes granted.
Oh-ho! That's some juicy stuff. How about it, Adel? This do anything for you?
Oh. Less talking, more
That's the
exploring.
spirit.
Hold on a moment. It really is just a story.
Oh, what's the harm? Let them chase their dreams. That's what being young is all about. Heck, back when I was their age, I...
Forgive him. He's had a few ales too many, it seems. Say that throne really exists, though. What would you wish for, Rosalind?
Huh? Me? Well, Well, for our humble little business to prosper, of course. What else?
Brings a tear to my eye, it does.
Usually I've fallen asleep before
Renee must be
JRPG actually
proud.
starts. Yeah, also.
It's easy to see why you're Roosevelt.
A good story is something, but you can also tell a good story before you have 20 minutes of blah blah blah. Hallo Lisira,
the happier Rosalind gets.
How sweet!
I think you've had quite enough for one day.
Ja.
Our apologies for bothering you, gentlemen.
Ja.
Nah, it's all good.
Like they mentioned, my name is Rosalind. I'm the daughter of the owners.
Mm.
The 3 of you are going to be lodging with us tonight.
No,
If you have any issues during your stay,
I want to go
anything at all,
adventuring.
just let me know.
No.
Of course! Always happy to be of service. Well, I'd better get back to work. Relax and unwind as long as you need.
Such a capable young lady. Reminds me of Lilia back home.
By the way, Adel, I know this Sea King's throne is a big deal and all, but we got some other things to take care of first if we're sticking around. The travel funds we scrounged up were only enough to get us to Salsetta.
Quite right. With that in mind, I plan to pay the local clinic a visit.
Hallo
Upon
Dino.
our arrival, I noticed a flyer that said they were recruiting medical practitioners.
Well, ain't that convenient? Doesn't really solve the issue for us two, though.
Are you youngsters in need of work?
Yeah. You got any leads?
Well, both the harbor and the town militia are hiring at the moment. The docks are always short on labor. I'm certain a brawny fellow such as yourself would be a welcome addition. And the red-haired lad is a swordsman, no? The militia's been on the hunt for temporary recruits, I believe.
No joke? That's great! Thanks for the tip!
Seems we have a few promising candidates.
Sure do. Let's get out there and follow up on them once we're done taking a load off.
Okay. Let's go. I don't want to talk to anyone. Let me just go. Oh.
All right, you two. This is where we split up.
Indeed. I may just...
Let's aim to meet Adel. I'm guessing you're...
Me.
Me?
Seek me.
Seek me.
Adel? You good?
I heard a strange voice.
A voice? I didn't hear anything. Sure it wasn't just your imagination?
There's no shortage of noises out here. Perhaps you mistook one for somebody speaking to you.
Anyway, back to what I was saying. It's time to start scoping this place. You probably plan to wander the streets a bit. Catch you both later.
You can't jump on roofs.
You there, with the red hair.
Ja.
Well, here's an unfamiliar face. You must be one of the passengers from the Adamas. Is everything all right? They didn't hurt you, did they?
Sorry for calling to you out of nowhere like that. We each have a child about the same age as you, so our motherly instincts kicked in.
Uh-huh. They don't
Honestly,
look like
who
so
do
much
those
older than we look,
ultra-hooligans
oh?
think they are, wreaking havoc left, right, and center. They impose an exorbitant toll on every vessel crossing Obelia Gulf, and plunder anyone who flouts it.
Some ships, like the Adamas,
Also,
will try
I
and
can
make
tell
their
you
way
at 10
through
we
without
switched the
drawing
game.
attention. But
So,
when they're found out,
however, if we
they
played
wind
or
up
not.
like Captain LaSalle.
Why doesn't anyone fight back?
Because ships that do pay the toll get escorted to safety by the Balta Sea Force themselves. In that sense, they do their part to maintain order throughout the Gulf, which is why the Roman Empire turns a blind eye. When all is said and done, as long as we live here, those brigands' word is law.
There are far fewer instances of pillaging than before now. So we can only assume this is for the best. Still, it would be nice if our mayor could put his foot down every once in a while.
I pity the man. Having to deal with our complaints and the Sea Force's demands has him between a rock and a hard place.
Well, that's what he signed up for when he took on the job. Anyway, you just be sure to stay out of their line of fire.
Waiting. You run faster? I guess no shortcuts. This looks like militia here, or maybe? Local militia headquarters. The flyer posted on a board. Career, blah blah, 600 gold per day.
Oh, you got a job for us? Huh? Wait a second. Don't tell me. You're here to sign up for the militia, right? Never seen you around before, but I think we're about the same age. The name's Gren. How about you? Adel, huh? Man, oh man, you've just gotta enlist! We could really use a guy like you. Wait, what's with the long face? Ugh. Is that a deal breaker? It did used to be slightly better for what it's worth. But the mayor slashed our budget in order to keep the militia from being overfunded. When the Balta Sea Force says jump, he asks, how high? It's pathetic enough to drive you to tears.
Good night, CPs. The balance sweet dreams. Obviously, probably really good.
You mean it? I knew I liked you for a reason. The only problem is, our commander and the others are out at the moment. They should be here tomorrow, though, so feel free to swing by again around noon. Call it a hunch, but I've got a feeling you and I are gonna be fast friends. Calling all youths, a career in the Karnak militia awaits you.
Yeah, I guess we have to go to all the exclamation marks on the map and get more cutscenes.
I've got to say, the quality of these Spanish leather goods is on a whole other level.
One might say the same of Obelian seafood. Rich flavors, firm to the touch. It is simply unparalleled. Rome and Hispania may be at odds right now, but I believe our transaction today has proved mutually beneficial.
To be perfectly honest, our middleman here deserves all the credit for making this deal happen.
That attire? Is he...
Well spotted. I am indeed a Norman. However, I find that being a tradesman suits me far better than waving an axe about.
That's good to know. They say Normans are first-class mariners. No doubt that expertise slots in perfectly with mercantile work.
I'm flattered to hear you say so.
It's thanks to the Balta Sea Force.
Oh, Elisira, thank you so much for gifting us up to Tundra. Thank you very much for your kindness. And Tundra, welcome back. Enjoy all the emotes.
Not having those persnickety Roman officials around to stick their oars in has been heaven sent for us as well. I very much look forward to your continued patronage.
You and me both, pal. And let's not forget to keep our friends from the Sea Force in the loop, too.
On a separate note, Romes, the militia recently informed me that an incident has blocked the highway out of town. Correct me if I'm wrong, but don't you have an important negotiation to attend in that direction?
Well, well, word gets around fast. It's nothing I'm not aware of. In fact, I've already asked the militia for an update on the situation. Shouldn't be long before they report back.
Seek me.
Seek me. Ooh.
This way.
Which way? Hello, Cyrone. Did you fall asleep again?
Seek me.
Seek me.
Right here. Find me.
Mysterious shell adorned with distinctive decorations. Hallo, Rufrey. White sponge adorned with ornate patterns. Nothing else about it seems so too particular. Unusual, however. Both just now lie still, defeated. It attacked out of nowhere, so it had to be taken down. But what is doing it wandering in town to begin with? Unbelievable. He's healing.
Swordsman. Can you hear me?
Ja.
Bestow you mana. Enough power. Defeat.
You can know your skills. Hold RB and press YXBA on controller or press bleu. Okay. Select skill from the main menu to assign your preferred skills. 4 are loaded buttons.
sorry. I don't... any details. My name... Leela. Who... are you? Adel. Search... island. Come... find... help. In... go.
Adel attempted to call to her through the shell several times after, but received no response. The sun beginning to set, he decided to return to the inn. Lila Multipass, yeah.
So the shell spoke to you. How very curious. As for this mana you mentioned, can we assume it's some form of magic?
Well, of course it is. You only just got it a little while ago. That wolf you fought that just wouldn't die has me hung up too. I talked up a storm with the guys down at the docks, but none of them mentioned anything close to that.
It may well be that something is actively unfolding as we speak.
The Balta Sea Force, Mana, an undead wolf, and a girl named Leela. Doesn't seem to tie in with that Sea King's throne we heard about earlier either. It's just mystery after mystery around here. You know what that means. Here I always thought adventure was something you had to seek out. But whenever you're around, Adel, it seems to find us instead. Nothing like a little intrigue to spice up a trip. Finding that girl's gonna be a tall order, though. This Gulf's got more islands than you can shake a stick at.
The first step is to gather information. You'll also be in need of a ship.
I'll put my new job down at the harbor to use and poke around for some intel.
As for myself, the Azrat Clinic has hired me on as a temporary physician. I'll see if I can't find someone in town who's willing to lend us a hand.
Sounds like a plan. Let's kick things off first thing tomorrow morning, Adel.
Good morning. Day 2. After breakfast, Dogi and Dr. Flair headed somewhere. Meanwhile, Adel decided to wander the village some more until it was time to meet up with the local militia. Okay, I don't want to wander around anymore. It's going out for a bit, I'm glad I caught you. Our front desk received a letter with your name on it. It wasn't here last night, so it must have been delivered this morning. This letter is addressed to us. I'll be waiting at the town beach. There's a picture with lots of stuff written, then with one sentence. Okay. Our tables could use fresh decorations, so I'm off to pick some flowers. Let's see. I will go to the beach just in the hope that they let us do something. But I guess we will have... Are you my mystery pen pal? Didn't think you'd show up alone. Oh.
There's something I need to double check.
Can you fight
You're
her?
probably full of questions, but I'm in no mood to explain.
Let's go!
Just think of this as a...
Yeah! Let's fight!
So you do know of it.
Enemies will perform a power attack after emitting a red warning aura. Note that power attacks cannot be defended against though, regular guarding or evasion. Cannot be defended against who? Regular guarding or evasion.
I won't hold back this time.
Ow, ow, ow. Oha!
Can this be? Power of mana. How'd you get your hands on it? You didn't use it back on the Adamas. I could say that much.
Anna laid everything that had happened out for the raid captainess and plainly as he could.
Leela? Never heard of her. Mana, on the other hand, is my people's concept of a formless power. Imbued in a sword, it brings forth victory. Imbued in a vessel, it grants safe passage. Only those chosen by the All-Father Har are able to wield it. Out of the Sea Force, that list starts and ends with me and my old man. It is. So explain to me why a louse like you... Blood and thunder. Grieger. Put a Grieger down with just any old weapon, and it'll rise back up again and again, wounds fully healed. Mana is the only thing that can slay him.
Okay, let's go. The moment Ada and the girl felt a strange sensation. It was so they each knew exactly how the other was planning to act. The intentions flowed effortless between them, convoying their every something.
What was that just now?
They're connected? Hold RT to enter duo mode, during which you can press A to perform joint attacks. No, not attacking while in duo mode will place you in a duo guard stance, letting you automatically defend against enemy attacks. Hold. All the time?
What in hell did you just do to us? At least now I have a good grasp on what I was sent to investigate. We're finished here. So long. Huh? And why should that matter? I'm a Norman. A pirate. One false move, and you might be my next kill. Can't handle that? Then pack your bags and see yourself out of Obelia Gulf. Son of a... Handcuffs? Made of mana? You! What did you pull this time?
How do we get this off?
Don't exactly see a keyhole anywhere. It's stuck tight! Hey, quit gawking and help! This spells trouble for us in more ways than you can count. Either we get these off, or I'm sending you back with one less hand. Got that?
Okay. However, the mysterious shackles refuse to come off, leaving them at a loss.
No luck.
That's one way to tie the knot. Yeah.
Kind. Hate to say it, but my old man's probably the only person we can turn to at this point.
Okay.
Couldn't even begin to guess. What a mess. They call you Adol, right? We'll have to stick together for a while. Unless you fancy me lopping you off at the wrist. Huh. Nothing phases you, does it? My name's Karja. Karja Balta. Daughter of Grimson Balta, Jarl of the Balta Sea Force. Already put two and two together, eh? Well, no time to waste. I'm off to report in at the Balta Sea Force's command post. It's over by the harbor, so don't fall behind.
Okay. We are switching now to games. So what do you think? I can't say much about the game. I mean, it's a lot hand-holding. I mean, we play now, what? Over a half hour. There was mostly cutscenes. We could not do much. We could also not explore much. Graphics are fine. They're not the best. So I have to say, IS games are not known for the best graphics or anything like that. They usually have really nice action combat. Yeah, and the fighting music is also pretty iconic, I would say, for them. Yeah. I don't know. Also, I can't give you any advice if the game is good or bad. I would say try the demo yourself, see if it's something for you. What I heard, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the game is pretty much hand-holding for quite some time, but opens up later much more. And then you can explore freely. But you have to be a bit patient for a while. Until they let you go. That's what I heard. So yeah, it should be a nice RPG. The combat is lots of action and fun. And yeah, give it a try and see how you like it. And if you like the game, also put it on wishlist. Don't forget it.